the waters of Loch Dyden.
I don't know how you survived, but I am glad you did. Thanks to you, there hasn't been an attack in a while now. Well, we've weathered this storm. Pray Mitharu we weather the next. I grew up here. Seems like only yesterday I went to fight in the war. When I got back, I was the toast of the town. Thought I was through with all that fighting. The town gets healthier by the day, now that those little beasts are back in their den. Disgusting little fey vermin. We're all glad to be rid of them. The boggarts will always trouble Dyden Hill. As long as we can keep a supply of Plague Shield, we'll survive this malady. Our own healer. As you can imagine, she's hardly slept since the outbreak. If you think you can be of any help, you most likely find her in her cottage, tending to the sick. More ruins beneath the caverns, you say? I wonder who was there before the boggarts moved in. I hope that's the last I see of those brutes in Dyden Hill. Or anywhere, for that matter. Mitharu keep you.
You're welcome in Dyden Hill.
My brother Thaddeus. He's sicker than he knows. I fear for him if he doesn't take a rest from guard duty. He stood there day and night. He'll die of plague is the short and long of it. Don't quite know how to talk sense into the fool. Our sister could if she wasn't laid in bed with the plague herself. She was fine until 2 days passed. Then, all of a sudden, she could hardly stand. Astrid's tending to her now. When she took sick is right when Thaddeus got that foolish notion stuck in his head. I'm a miller. None of these crafts and such for me. When I'm not at the millstone, I'm here by the lake, fishing. Take after my old uncle Ensenegg that way. He's an odd one. Lives in Ettenmere, of all places. We suffer our share of hardships, true, but we're quiet folk all in all. Quiet folk. The fishing's good here, but the fish, well, they're as wild as the she is all. Aye.
Don't mind that. I'm holding up. No, I've got to keep them safe. Duty compels me. I'm staying where I am. I swore I would stand here and keep them safe. But you may be right, friend. I couldn't say how long I've gone without a rest. Won't do much good if I'm too weak to fight off boggarts, will I? Dyden Hill is a haven for those traveling from Gorehart to Galliford. But now, nowhere is safe. Dyden Hill's warden. That means he sees to things, keeps us safe and the like. It's the only thing for blood plague. Shame it's so damned hard to make it. It's the blood plague. The boggarts carry it. Nearly all of the village has been infected. Most don't die from it, but it can weaken a man fiercely. Without a cure, the village won't last much longer. They're out in droves. I don't know why, but Kester might. He returned from a scouting mission not long ago.
I know I'm sick, but who else will keep the militia's arms in order? I've got it, but not near as bad as some. Grey Gunner's laid up. So's that dear girl, Kareen. Cora brought us together. Now she and Olin can worry about strangers, and I can keep to my forge. A good smith is never out of work. Not in a troubled village this far into the She. That all? Hello?
Don't mind me. I'm soft on those old songs of heroes and ladies. The day I met Inga, she smote me in the heart. With that hammer there, it's true, left a bruise you wouldn't believe. By making the craft hall, Cora settled a land dispute, a trade argument, and made herself queen of the market. Oh, it's Inga who's handy at the forge. She likes iron more than people. Iron. And me. So long.
The other night, 3 boggarts got into the village square.
plague or thunder, the crafts hall's doors are always open. The malicious store of potions has been used up, and we lost our alchemist nearly a month ago. Now it's up to me to resupply reagents and brew the potions. Somehow. Our biggest problem is boggarts, and the best thing against them would be fire. So it's fire potions. Tinder twig and scarwood bark. They're out in Glendara Wood, but the wood's been far too dangerous for the likes of me. Makes sense, doesn't it? Wooden little things after all. You do seem the brave and heroic sort. Well, the village has a fund. Tinder twigs often in that cave-like pass south of the lake. And scarwood barks found by the ruins in northern Glendara Wood. Tinder twig, which is easiest found in Ironhold Passage. And scarwood bark, which is found near the ruins in northern Glendara Wood. Tinder twig, which is easiest found in Ironhold Passage. And scarwood bark, which is found near the ruins in northern Glendara Wood. Ah, fine specimens too. Have this for your trouble. Dyden Hill's warden and war hero. I doubt any could have dealt better with the troubles we've had. Best thing against boggarts is flame. Old Oleander had a fine potion for that. I can manage a crude semblance thereof, when I've the proper reagents. Where we crafters work and mostly live. Olin and Cora handle selling the goods. What? You mean Oleander's gone and got himself killed? Poor sod. More genius than sense, I always said. Kester and Cora. They're the cornerstones that hold this village. Tinder twig, which is easiest found in Ironhold Passage. In scarwood bark, which is... Well, come back if you do. If you're buying goods in Dydenhill, it's Cora Bannock you want. Tinder twig, which is easiest found in Ironhold Passage. In scarwood bark, which is found near the root. Now this is good news indeed! Here, have this for your efforts. If you ask me, there's one clear cause of this plague. Tinder twig, which is easiest found in Ironhold Passage. Another potion! Excellent! Tinder twig, which is easiest found in Ironhold Passage. In scarwood bark, which is found near the ruins in northern Glendara Wood. Well, come back if you do.
If you know which end to hold, I've got a sword or two you might put to use.
Good then.
It's safe to venture out again. The boggarts are gone.
plague, or thunder, the craft hall's doors are always open.
Welcome to our famed craft hall. If you've come to buy, you may speak with Olin or myself. He handles the sales of weapon and arms. I let him after I gave myself a bad cut once. It was my dream to gather all our artisans under one roof, and so I built the craft hall. I run it still. We're known all throughout Dalentarth. The best artisans, all under one roof. A village like Didenhill needs a man like Kester to watch over it. I know I feel safer now that he's our warden. Our doors are always open.
It's safe to venture out again. The boggarts are gone.
Can I help you?
The waters of Loch Dyden, such a lovely sight.
If you ask me, that witch across the lake had a hand in this plague.
Oh, it's odd. The boggarts cleared out not long after you showed up. He's sick, off at the healers, poor duck. And while he is, I can make this inn presentable. And ain't it about time? We've had our plague shield, and well, so far so good. But what to do when the plague shield runs out? Best cup of ale and cut of roast in all Dallentarth. And our rates are reasonable. Great! We've an open room, if you've gold to pay. Do you then? Suit yourself. Oh, he looked so fine the day he marched off a fresh soldier. I fear boggarts and blood plague have done what war could not.
Right then.
I see that window light flicker across the lake some nights. Shame folk can't live in peace. The fishing's good here, but the fish, well, they're as wild as the she is all.
It takes the fire out of you.
I like the lake. Less folks chattering at you there.
Kester and Cora. They're the cornerstones that hold this village up. Dyden Hill's warden and war hero. I doubt any could have dealt better with the troubles we've had. She's the head and the heart of the Craft Hall. Truth is, I don't know where we'd be without her. Best thing against boggarts is flame. Old Oleander had a fine potion for that. I can manage a crude semblance thereof, when I've the proper reagents. Where we crafters work and mostly live. Olin and Cora handle selling the goods. What? You mean Oleander's gone and got himself killed? Ah, poor sod. More genius than sense, I always said. Tinder twig, which is easiest found in Ironhold Passage. In Scarwood bark, which is found near the ruins in northern Glendara Wood. Well, come back if you do. I have full faith in Kester to keep us safe. Brother Fallon should have come. Astrid needs that medicine.
Boggarts bring the blood plague.
Well, Lumpkin.
Got to rest. Got to keep up my strength.
I'm sorry, but I'm simply out of Plague Shield. There's nothing I can do for you or anyone else till I have it. Blasted blood plague. It treats the blood plague, which almost all of Didenhill's sick with just now. Brother Fallon should have come with more. Can't think where he is. Good, because the whole village needs that plague shield. Never mind what happened to that old oaf. I need the medicine. 3 parcels at least. Go up the road through Glendora Wood that leads to the mission. Bring the plague shield yourself if you must. Well, Brother Fallon should have it, but then he should have been here by now. Go up into Glendora Wood toward the mission. See what you can find. Lumpkins, oafs, and busybodies. Except for the poor bedraggled sick ones here in my care. I suppose they all mean well, only the airs coming out of these woods have addled their brains. Normally, I'd say it's not as bad as it sounds. Doesn't kill most of the time, just weakens. Only half the village has it now, and a bedridden village starves sooner or later. Only thing for treating the blood plague. Few indeed have the skill to make it. I certainly can't, for all my years as a healer. On with you. Get.
Thaddeus, please, don't... Thaddeus,
Yes,
please,
what?
don't be stubborn.
Bring your dear mother a drop of water. Bring your dear mother a drop of water.
My skin burns. Like the hot wine.
Yes, what? Yes, what?
You're welcome, Didenhill.
Dara. I will never be your lover. Yet I will make a likeness of your loveliness. Your sun-kissed face. Your moonlit eyes. I found a crest of sand, from which I will give my love true form.
boggarts have gone.
Yes, what? Brother Fallon dead on the road. Oh, what is this town coming to? At least you have the plague shield. It will last, for a while yet at any rate. Thank you. Thank you and bless you so very, very much. If you have a need for healing, do come back. Well, she made no friends when she first settled here. Don't know which had less sense in their noggins, her or the crafter lot. And what I'd like to know is, why didn't she see it coming? On with you. Get.
The other night, 3 boggarts got into the village square.
My fool brother finally took some rest. It's a good thing too. I saw how sick he was. Would have died a hero's death if he had had his way and never rested. He would have liked that, wouldn't he? She's feeling much better, thank you. Up and walking about. Aye.
I'm so glad.
Step carefully in the forest.
Come for our sage crafting? I can help with that. Anything else, speak with Gamian or Udo. Brother Gamian says it best, but in the art of working gems is all the glory of Mitharu. We have quiet, order, and a sagecrafter's bench. What more could I desire? The news of Fallon's passing will be hard on him, I am afraid. I never understood it myself, but he found solace in plants and people. Things I see no order or structure in at all. We are kindred spirits. We see Mitharu in gems. We seek holiness in refining them.
What brings you to our humble mission? You have heard of our remarkable shards and gems, perhaps? Are you a follower of Mitharu, here to worship? Ah, a follower of the great order of the world. You are, of course, welcome to our humble mission, and all of Mitharu's homes. It is a beautiful lesson in the ways of Mitharu. Each gem carries within it his influence. Untouched, you can see the light of peace working in a perfect symphony. A shard is but one raw image of this perfection, refined by our imperfect hands. Behold our unassuming mission, pure and simple as the very first waters. Brother Ansel and I devote our hours to shards and gems, while the others tend garden and shrine. All of us pray upon our beads. He is a man of few words, but he is gifted at the Sagecrafter's table. He's not quite my equal in sagecrafting, but his knowledge of herbs and medicines is unmatched.
By Mitharu, I am growing worried for Brother Fallon. The day is come and gone, and he still has not returned. Killed? Oh dear. Well, he is with Mitharu now. I hesitate to ask, but did you happen to take his prayer beads? Terrible if they were left to lie there with him. Why, yes, they are. And so he is dead then? Well, he has joined Mitharu. You should know we have a tradition. Rather than bury prayer beads, they are passed on to some other believer. Tell me, do you adhere to Mitharu's creed? To honor and uphold the forces of order and good. Our religious mission is to see chaos and suffering laid low beneath Mitharu's hammer. You have acted well and honorably thus far. It would be wrong of me to distrust you now. Mitharu is not a jealous power. You are still a child of order if you do good. Keep the beads and do as I tell you. At each mission, Odwig's, Edric's, and our own, there is a special shrine to Mitharu. Go you and pray at each one, and the power of Mitharu will grant your beads great and greater strength. Pray at the shrines of St. Edric's, St. Odwig's, and before this very mission. At each one you pray, the beads will be improved. A lovely mission far to the south, in the depths of the Shi. It's been many years since I've been there, I'm afraid. A much larger mission in Gorhart to the west. They are unmatched in venerable years of service. I like to think what we lack therein we have in humility, in purity. It may not have the luminous pomp of St. Odwig's, but then St. Hadwin was a modest apostle of Mitharu. Our worship centers on our prayer beads and the practice of cutting and clarifying shards through sage crafting. A goodly sort of village, though it does not have the tranquility of Dyden Hill. The heart of the Feyland, some say. Fey magic is certainly at its thickest there. We mourn our brother's loss, and yet in our sorrow we acknowledge that death is part of life's pattern. Their troubled times have lifted, have they not? Give Mitharu thanks for such mercy. Why, the great god of order, who makes the seasons to turn, life to rise from the ground, and death return to it. We have devoted our lives to this service. Mitharu watch and guide you always. The news of Father Tear's passing has come as a shock to all of us who knew him.
Need something?
need today? Come see me again.
Hello there. What do you need? I'll be here.
Greetings.
I've got supplies if you need them. Don't be a stranger.
Hi.
Welcome to Gorehart Inn. We'll see you soon.
The Red Legion is about.
Can't talk. Herc doesn't like this. Hello there.
I cannot emphasize the importance of what you've done. Farewell. He's damned. It's safe to venture out again. The boggarts are gone.
The water shaped with ease, the sand bent just as well. The plants gave way, the beasts have fled. Even stone must give way to my love, for Dara is grander than this lake I craft, this loch beside this hill. For her, a century's task seems effortless.
What do you want? Just what do you think you're doing poking around this jail? Trust me, we've got enough troubles with the Blood Plague and all that. We don't go tossing people in there unless we've got to. I'm the jailer. What do I look like? It's always one thing or another. Boggarts, bandits, weather. But we're not frail people. We get through it. The Boggarts caused it, sure. But what caused the Boggarts? That witch Luminitsa. That's what I think. The damned Fate Weaver. She lives right over there, on this cursed side of the lake.
It's safe to venture out again. The Boggarts are gone.
If you ask me, that witch across the lakes had a... It's safe to venture out again. The Boggarts are gone.
Step careful. If you ask me, that witch across the lakes had a hand in this plague.
Play you a song. If I had a drink, I'd be in a tavern.
I?
So Brother Fallon is dead? And I thought things were bad as they could get. This means Astrid will run out of plague shield sooner or later. I'm able to supply it. The village has not always been kind to me, but never mind that. This will be my olive branch. Unlike most, I started when I was a mere slip of a girl. You see, my mother told fates, and I learned sitting on her knee. Sadly, I have not been welcome across the lake for a long time. When I first arrived here, I gave fortunes to several villagers. The fates were not happy ones. Of course, until I drew their cards, I had no idea. They blamed me and cut off ties. He was a good man and a friend. He was kind after the village shut their doors to me, and taught me much of what I know. Yes, the old Curs and Dyden Hill. Came by for a drink last night, caught up in old times. It's the strangest thing. The cards were hers last, so I glimpsed her fate when I took them from you. And that fate is not what it was. She will die of old age. Somehow that's changed. It's not witchcraft like the townsfolk believe. It's simply reading the threads of fate, and some people can't come to terms with it. Farewell.
hard I worked to make this jewel for Dara's crown, that I did not notice when winter took her from the summer wood, never to be Dara any more. The work of love has made my love futile, and so I leave it to the wild. I commit myself to Ashara. I cannot love again.
This is the front entrance. You'll face their strongest guards, so it's no place for subtlety. Find their scrying mirror and smash it. I'll slip in the back and make sure none of them escape. I don't have an answer for that. I can't imagine what about you made Gadflow send his troops across the continent. His army is locked in a siege in Cluricon, but small groups sometimes make their way to Erithal. I don't think they've ever been this far inland. Just go inside and find those scrying mirrors. Don't worry, I'll be coming along to help. Thanks for giving an old man another chance. It's good to know I've got a future again. And even better not to know what it is. You know the Summer Court in Issa? Well, the Winter Court are their darker siblings. They're not evil, but they're definitely not nice. Whoever that Aelin Shear is, I don't think she's our enemy. If she wanted us dead, she could have killed us while we were weakened. But she's still trouble. Reminds me of a dark elf who left me half naked and tied to a bar guest once. Now those were the days. Gadflow is just some trumped-up fae who started hearing voices, I gather. But a crazy with an army is still a threat, sure enough. Ah, the warm and welcoming fae of the Summer Court. They were the ones who welcomed man, Alpha, and Gnome into the Feylands. You'd hardly realize the Tuatha are the same sort of creature. The Tuatha aren't like any fae I've ever known. They're cruel, bloodthirsty, and savage. Why, they're practically human. The Crystal War, they've been calling it. 10 years ago, the Winter Fae turned violent and attacked us in force, calling themselves the Tuatha Daon. They say it's their sacred duty to cleanse the mortals from their lands. Naturally, the humans and Alpha who live here aren't so happy with that plan. It's been going back and forth for years. Where there's war, there's soldiers nervous about their fate, and that's where I come in. Good luck. I'll see you inside. We're here. Not until you smash those mirrors. It'll keep them from tracking you all over Dalentarth. Good luck.
The undying mortal has grown tired of running, has he? Decided to fight back? Can you tell me the difference between a creature of nature and a child of dust like yourself? We children of nature know our roles. Meek and mighty, prey and predators, life and death, all serve the cycle. You children of dust do not know your place. You come into our land. You come to face your hunters. And you don't know when to die. You shall learn. In time, all mortals will know the might of Gadflow, blessed herald of the merciful Tirnoch. All mortals end, even if some are more persistent than others.
At least the Tuatha won't be able to track you so easily now. But it looks like you've got the personal attention of their king, Gadflow. If you were anyone else, I'd suggest you start running and not stop for a few years. But you might just have a chance. You're a mortal that survived death. You exist outside of fate. The Fae do not deal well with change, and you represent a threat to whatever has driven them to this war. And as much as I hate to say it, you'll need to take Aelin Shear up on her offer of help. The Codex of Destiny should hold some answers for you. For all I know, you already met with her at the House of Ballads, but it sounds like she's the only lead now. Gadflow is just some trumped-up Fae who started hearing voices, I gather. But a crazy with an army is still a threat, sure enough. The Destiny Stone showed us the tapestry of fate, but your power must have consumed it all. Everything except the wisdom at its core, the Codex of Destiny. The immortals inscribe their knowledge of fate into the living stone. I always thought it was a poetic way of talking about the theater. But there it is, in your hands. Keep it close, child. We should be able to get out this way.
There's roof beams to cut. I'm sorry, stranger. It seems I'm the man to get this village rebuilt. Stay alert.
We've still a lot. Now, what is it that I can do for you? Beware the forest.